Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, this is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today we are back in the suspended mountain base, taking a look at some of your contributions, and not only that, but we're also going to be working on a cool piston elevator concept that was inspired by yesterday's piston wave room video. If you didn't see that video, definitely go check that out. It's probably one of the more trippy optical experiences I've ever created in Scrap Mechanic. So we're going to be doing some cool stuff with that as well. Now, if this is your first time seeing a suspended base video, I recommend you check out the entire playlist. It's been a process building this entire thing using elevators and suspended bridges and all this kind of craziness and whatever. But last time we built this door over here, and you're probably wondering what all that stuff is. You're gonna find out soon enough. But we built this door, which is kind of like a Fallout style rotating gear door, and you can see that I actually added in that the rising wall there. But we're gonna be getting rid of all of this because one of the scrappers in the Discord, one of you guys, has actually made me a much better door. And one of my main complaints about this door was that it looks really unpleasant from behind. So what I actually did was I put another one of my doors on the back to kind of remedy that. But the way I had it set up, it was only going to be able to close in one direction. However, this door over here actually closes in both directions, so on this side and on the other side, you can see it'll actually press in to the slot. And the cool thing about this is it also has a really clever idea, which is the moving wall that goes with the door. Just like that. So that way when you walk in here, it's just like its own contained little room. So I thought that this was just a genius idea, and this was made by Goanna7007. They have their own YouTube channel as well, so if you want to go check that out, I'll leave a link down in the description. So I only had to make a few little adjustments to the speed and rotation, and I just changed the door shape a little bit to make it exactly the same as that one. But other than that, this is actually a great creation, and I'm going to show you exactly what he did that was different than what I was thinking. That made it so much better. So let's go ahead and open it up on the top here really quickly. There we go. So what he did was, oops, I fell inside. That's not good. So I was stupid and inefficient, and I just stupidly put this entire arm on a piston to move it in and out. But what he did was he put that closing piston right behind the gear itself, so that way he can just push one piston out from either side. Now let me see if I can get out of here. So then when we press the button, if I can press the button right there, so now, whoa, I fell in again. But here you can see it anyway. Then they both push out, and it's just so much better. So much better. So I was really impressed with that, and that's why we are going to be putting this inside of the base. So now all I gotta do is delete all of that and weld this in there, and hopefully it'll fit okay. I think it should, but I'm gonna have to replace the floor is the only thing, because this has the floor and the ceiling built in. So I'm gonna have to make sure I cut out a hole in the floor so this will fit in here. Okay, hopefully I have built a hole. You know what, I'm probably just gonna extend this hole out a little bit more this way, and I hope it should be enough. We're gonna get to this stuff later, by the way. This is, building this piston elevator was actually a little bit more complicated than I originally thought it was going to be, and I'll show you how I did that after we do some of your viewer creations and take a look at what we got going on. Alright, so theoretically, I should be able to take this corner and weld it to this corner over here, and this should be all we need to do. Why is it closing? Should it be closing? I don't think it should be closing. Okay, alright, that was weird. Does it work? Alright, it works. Okay, excellent. We're gonna have to put some lights on this as well at some point. But I know some of you were complaining that it's not lined up centered with this. I'm sorry, but there's not that much I can really do about that. Actually, you know what? Maybe there is. Maybe there is. Maybe I just made a mistake. You guys are right. It is kind of bothersome. It is kind of bothersome. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to expand the base, the entire platform over that way. Because the reason why I had that was because I took the original platform I had and I wanted to make this balcony on the edge the same width all the way around. So it required me putting this entrance right here. But you know what? We're just gonna expand it. I wish I thought of this before I already put this thing in here. All right, I think I have it measured out correctly, so if I weld this right there, we should have a door that is centered. Uh-oh. It's not perfectly centered, but that's because this has a center point, but these stairs do not. The stairs are even, this is odd. So this is as close as you are gonna get, unfortunately. But let's make sure everything works. All right, there we go. And we just go into here, into our now destroyed base. Okay, now I have to expand the rest of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have to make sure that this is 10 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and there we have it. I think we have a successful base door now installed. Go ahead and close it, test it out here. All right, I'm gonna put some walls in so we can feel like we're walking into some kind of room here. Gonna put these walls back. All right, it is ready for testing. Now, all we gotta do is press the button, and then our base door will slowly open into what will soon be our awesome steampunk base. Okay, so now there's one more cool creation I want to show you guys that I'm gonna try to incorporate. So just so you know, I've gone and I've downloaded like all of your creations that you've left in the Discord. I haven't looked at every single one yet, but I'm definitely going to be looking at them all as we build more parts of the base. I'm gonna start focusing my attention on more different parts. There's like especially furniture. Look at all this cool furniture and stuff. But there's another door. There is actually another door that I'm looking forward to trying to incorporate. I gotta find it though. Where is it? All right, so this door is actually a really cool interpretation of the logo. I like all the pipes and the extra design elements in this thing. I think maybe with a little bit of painting and stuff, we can make it fit into this base really, really well. Maybe this could be like the master bedroom door, because check this out. I think this is actually a pretty cool looking door. And I actually kind of like that it doesn't even open completely all the way. You still gotta walk through like the gears and everything and like all the pipes and stuff. It kind of has that really kind of rustic steampunky kind of feel. So I'm gonna try to use this part at some point. It looks like he kind of made some steampunk trees as if it was gonna be like a front entrance, but I think I might adapt it to something inside the base instead. So this was made by Creeper Wolf 1001. So thanks, man, for making that. Hopefully we'll get to put it in at some point. And as you can see, it's also much thinner than the main entrance door, so it'll fit better inside. All right, so we're gonna get on to the elevator portion, but if you are not familiar with how to submit your creations to this series, then check the links down in the description. One of them has a link to my Discord. Join the Discord, and there's gonna be ways to submit there. Okay, up next is the elevator that I've been working on. Now, basically the idea is here's a small just segment of it. I'm going to be building it up in this episode so you can kind of see a bit of the process of how it's going to be working. But in yesterday's episode, you saw me mess around with the wave table, the helix wave thing, and we found out that it can actually carry you up like an elevator, just like this. But the problem with the wave table was that it was only going in one direction. In other words, it would go up and then would open from the bottom. So there was no way to go back down the wave table because it was just going up constantly. And what I wanted it to do is go up and then back down, but it just doesn't work that way naturally, so I had to make this whole logic setup. Because the problem with the original design, if you imagine this as an elevator, it would push you up in one direction, but then if you turn it off, it's not gonna take you back down. It just keeps going in the same direction. So I was trying to think like, all right, so how am I gonna make it so that when you press the button, it goes through the signal in one direction, but when you release the button, it turns it off in the opposite direction. So that was the problem I had to solve, and I am not a logic person. Like logic is foreign to me. I have not experimented with logic before they introduced it in this game. But this is the system I came up with. I don't know if there's an easier system or not, but basically what happens is when you press the button, it activates one sequence of timers, and when you release the button, it switches to the down sequence of timers. So now you can see it goes up in one direction, and then when you release it, it comes back down from the same direction. So that way, when we do the elevator, we'll be able to go up, and then when we're at the top, we can press it and we can come back down. So I thought that was kind of, I was proud of that. I was being able to come up with that on my own using logic. It's still really complicated for me, and I have to think about it every single time, and I'm probably gonna have to think about my connections a lot because I have to cross wire a bunch of stuff. Because one of these is the up sequence and one of these is the down sequence. So they both have to control both sets of pistons on either side, so I gotta crosswire a bunch of stuff. But what I'm gonna do, now that we have our height here, we know that our second floor is gonna be up there. Now I'm going to build this up. I'm hoping I can just weld it on top of itself a couple times. The only problem is, since both of these logic systems are going in two different directions, one side is gonna be easy to reconnect, but the other side isn't, because it's essentially gonna be placing them reversed on top of each other as opposed to continuing the line. But we're gonna try it anyway, and we're gonna see what happens. Now the question is, one thing I wanna do is I don't want it to see any of the stuff behind here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build these arms out a little bit, and then I'm also gonna have them go back like this. So that way when the pistons get pressed, they're going to keep all of this stuff under cover. So it's going to be coming out from a section of the wall. All right, so I'm gonna time lapse my process of building and reconnecting this, and hopefully, I think I have to put 17 of these on top of each other in order to reach the top floor. So hopefully this goes relatively smoothly. Let's get building. Okay, I think I have everything hooked up correctly. This is going to be the first test, and I'm actually going to turn it towards the sun so we can see it all well lit and everything. All right, I hope this works. I really hope this works. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Huh. All the way up, please. All right, up is successful. Now let's see if down is equally successful. Huh. Uh-oh. Why did that happen? Ah, I see. I left the original connection there. All right, that should solve it. That should solve it. All right, up, up, and then down. What? Hold on a second. There must be, is this? I think that thing. All right, up, come on, up. Please, please, and down. There it is, okay. Man, when you have all these connections and stuff, and then one of them is hooked up the wrong way, it's like a panic attack. You don't know if you're gonna be able to find the mistake. All right, now let's hop in and see how it works. All right, it's working. It's working. How's that for an elevator? And now I gotta press it again. Now here's actually the tough thing. I don't know how down is really gonna work, because it wants to drag me. Oh, I guess that kind of works. All right, so we're gonna have to figure out something at the top, because when you're standing on the top and it separates, your weight goes to one of them and you just get dragged off to the side. So we're gonna have some type of buffer to make sure that you fall down in the middle of it. But now we just gotta put it somewhere. Let me save it first before anything bad happens. I'm gonna call this the SQUEEEZE elevator. And I just realized something. What I originally wanted was for at the top of this elevator, I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. At the top of this elevator, I wanted it to have a flat floor so that all of this would be like a flat thing, you know? But I have all this stuff in the way, so I can't actually make this part flat. I mean, what I could do is like this. Whoops, that's the wrong material. And I could do something like this, but then there's this like gap, and I don't like that gap. We could have these in here. Whoops. Like, does that look good as a landing spot? Like if you get pushed up to this right here? Let's see how it looks from down below. So this would be the elevator, and then you'd hop in, you go up, and you get brought to this. I think that looks okay. What do you guys think? So I'm a little bit hesitant to put it somewhere yet, because the main reason is I don't know exactly how I'm gonna be building this base. All right, well, you know what? Temporarily, just for the sake of using it right now, I'm gonna weld it at the edge right here, but I want you guys to give me your feedback. Where should we try to put the elevator in relation to the rest of the base? Should we have it in the center of the base? Should we have it on a wall kind of like this? I'm gonna have to create a starting point for this, or a switch point for this. But let me know what you think as far as where the elevator should go. Okay, so we should be able, this is actually perfect. Holy cow, this is absolutely perfect. Because now we can put the wall right here. Yes, okay. I did not expect this to be as perfect as these dimensions are right now. So that closes it in. All right, here we go. We have our mock elevator about to be in use. So we go ahead and we get in here. We press the switch. The elevator will lift us up. Oh, there's an issue. What do we do about these gaps? All right, I got an idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna get rid of this top piston. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of this entire top piston. All right, so now it's one lower. So now I'm gonna redo it so that we're gonna be one lower. Okay, so now what this allows us to do is to have a top floor right up here. So now we're just gonna make sure, so now we can probably make a little bit of a tiny staircase here. How's that look? Because now we can just walk up from any side here. And now we actually have a marked entrance to the elevator. So we should, I hope this works, should be able to go down now. All right, we're going down. All right, now how's this look from the, oh, I can't get out. There we go. How's this look from the outside? Looks okay from the outside. And then we can go up. Oh, wow. I actually really like how this looks like all of a sudden. We could probably even step this up one more notch. I don't know if this is better or not. We might want to have it completely exposed, but another option is we could actually make a doorway, like right here. There we go. So now we can even go in like this, then hit it. Ah, yes. And then we actually go up with a wall in front of us. So then I think that even looks better from above if we hit the switch, because then it looks like we're going down into a room with that wall there, and then we can walk out. So let's see. And this looks fine. Oh, look at that. And then when the elevator is up, it's actually like a door that closes. This is actually really cool. I'm pretty proud of this. This is like my favorite new type of elevator now. All right, well, let me know what you guys thought of that. So I'm not sure what, for the next episode, I guess we're gonna start mapping out the rooms that we're gonna have in here. So let me know, what kind of rooms should I have? And if you've built any rooms, I've seen some of you have already built some rooms. Don't worry, I have them saved. We're gonna be incorporating them. Make sure that you join the Discord so you can send your workshop links to me and I can see them. And maybe I'll incorporate your room or your room decorations or whatever steampunk themed things you have into this build. I am really excited about this elevator now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your feedback and seeing where this goes next. This has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.